Hello guys, once again welcome back to the Gatekeepers TV. Of course, I'm your super host at Dennis Keton. Welcome to EPL Match Week 9 guys. Straight up to it, as we always do guys. On your screen I want you guys to appreciate the results for Match Week 8. Surprising results which we got in Match Week 8 guys was one of them was Arsenal played against Bournemouth. Guys, that match ended 2-0 courtesy of Bournemouth winning it. It was the second time ever in the history of Bournemouth that they have ever actually won against Arsenal. In that match, guys, it saw Saliba getting a red card, guys. On to some other results on that match week, guys. We saw Brighton winning against Newcastle at St. James Park. We saw Aston Villa winning 3-1. Then once again, we saw Manchester United after a long time winning against Brentford by 2-1. Then Tottenham won by 4-1. And you find that City won. Then Liverpool also. Chelsea lost against Liverpool because in that match, guys, we saw Mohamed Salah scoring a penalty and of course Curtis Jones scoring the winning goal. So the match ended 2-1. So guys, having mentioned that, guys, that takes us straight to match week 9. Those are the fixtures of match week 9, and clearly, guys, as you can also see, we will be treated to what a weekend, because this is the weekend whereby on Sunday we have a big game. Arsenal will be welcoming Liverpool. But let's jump straight to it, guys. The game week is starting on Friday. The first match will be Leicester welcoming Nottingham Forest at King Power Stadium. So this is a match, guys, which I'm gonna tell you for free. This is a match which I'm actually I am actually going for a 2-2 draw, guys, in this game. Yes, 2-2 draw. Jamie Vardy to be on the score sheet in this match. On Saturday, we have 5 fixtures, guys. The first match will be Aston Villa. It's going to be a goal rush. Aston Villa will be facing Bournemouth, guys. So as Aston Villa will be facing Bournemouth, we remember that Aston Villa were able to win in match week 8. Also, Aston Villa won their match in the Champions League. They're doing very well there, guys. So as the two teams are going to meet, guys, this is going to be a battle of two teams which are good. The last time they met, Aston Villa were able to win that game, and of course Rodgers was on the score sheet in that match which they played last, and the match I think ended by 3 goals to by 3 goals. This guy scored 3 goals to 1. So as they're going to meet, I feel like Aston Villa at Villa Park, I'm going with Unai Emery's team to win this game by 3-1 once again. Brentford at GTC Stadium will be welcoming Ipswich, guys. We saw Brentford, guys, losing to Manchester United by 2-1, even though they played a very brilliant game. Then Ipswich, we saw them actually losing to Everton at home by 2-0. So as the two teams are going to meet, guys, I'm not going to speak much, but I feel like Brentford will be able to win this game by 2-1. Brighton will be welcoming Wolves, guys. As Brighton will be welcoming Wolves, remember Brighton were able to win against Newcastle by a solitary goal to 0, whereas Wolves lost by 2-1 against Man City. By the way, Wolves played a very good game against Man City. So they're going to meet Brighton at the Amex Stadium. This is a match whereby I feel like Brighton has a good history against Wolves. We remember last season but one when Brighton won by 6-0 in the match which they were playing against Wolves. Then also in the same season they won by 4-1 against Wolves. The last time they met, the match ended in a draw of 0-0. So I don't know how this one will go, considering that Brighton are faced with an injury of Welbeck. He has a back injury which he got in the game against Newcastle. That is going to be a big blow. I don't know whether he'll be fit enough soon enough to be able to feature in this game, but regardless of that, somebody like João Pedro will be available to play in that role. So this is a match whereby I'm going with Brighton to win by 2-0 at Amex Stadium. Then Manchester City will be welcoming Southampton at Etihad Stadium. Man City over the week in the Champions League, they were able to win their match by 5-0, and once again Erling Haaland was back on the score sheet. He scored a brace in that match. So I don't know whether that is a confirmation that officially Haaland is again back. He's gone 3 matches without scoring in the Premier League. So will he be on the score sheet this time round? My guess is yes, Haaland will be on the score sheet. So this is a match whereby, guys, I'm gonna give it to Man City to win it by 4 goals to 1. The last match on Saturday will be Everton, the Toffees, welcoming Fulham. We saw Everton winning their second game in a row over the weekend. So they won against Ipswich by 2 goals to 0, whereas Fulham lost to Aston Villa by 3 goals to 1. So the two teams are going to meet, guys. Remember the last time these two teams met, they drew 0-0. And before that, Fulham has a better history against them. Fulham has been winning more games of late. Though overall, Everton has won 18 games the time they've met in the Premier League, whereas Fulham has actually won 12 times. So when they're going to meet this time round, I feel like I'm going to favor Fulham to win this match by a solitary goal to 0. On Sunday, we have also 4 games lined up for you guys. So Chelsea will be welcoming Newcastle. Yes, remember Chelsea lost 2-1 to Liverpool in match week 8. Newcastle also lost 1-0 to Brighton. Over the week in the Conference League, Chelsea were able to win their match by 4 goals to 1. Yes, 4 goals to 1. Mudryk was on fire, João Felix was on fire, and it's a match which Chelsea impressed. And Nkunku was on the score sheet once again. So as they're going to welcome Newcastle at Stamford Bridge, this is not going to be a walk in the park, considering the last time they were playing, guys, the match ended 3-2, if you all remember that game. In that game also, Newcastle's striker Isak was able he scored in that match. So Isak and Jacob Murphy were able to score. Jackson, Palmer and Mudryk were the ones who were on the score sheet for Chelsea. So the big question is, can Chelsea reciprocate the same form which they were last season against Newcastle? My guess is yes, it's possible. And this season they have started well, and in this match, if they play well and if they improve on their defense and the keeper stops making silly mistakes, yes, I feel like this is their match to win. So Chelsea to win by 2 goals to 1. Crystal Palace to welcome Tottenham Hotspurs at Selhurst Park. Tottenham Hotspurs also were able to win their match in the Europa League by a goal to 0. Then Crystal Palace, when you look at them in match week 8, they lost to Nottingham Forest by 1 goal to 0. I already told you Tottenham won their match in match week 8 by 4 goals to 1 against West Ham. So I feel like Tottenham, it's a London derby, but still, I feel like Tottenham are ready. They are prepared to actually continue with their winning streak. So give it a 3-1 win for Tottenham. Then West Ham to welcome Manchester United, guys, at London Stadium. So this will be a very, very good match for West Ham to actually play, considering they lost in match week 8. So maybe the chances are they will want to bounce back with Manchester United. But Manchester United, they are not a walk in the park. Last season, Manchester United actually got their revenge in the second leg by winning 3 goals to 0 against West Ham. Because before that, 2 games prior, West Ham had actually won against them by 2 goals to 0, then 1 goal to 0. So the big question is, will Manchester United continue to build up from where they left last season? That's a big ask, but again, it's also not impossible. Speaking of that, this is a match whereby I feel like Ten Hag needs to be ready to play against the Hammers, and they need to work on their defense, because West Ham, if you're not ready on your defense, they will actually hurt you. Of course, Kudus got a red card in their last match, so he won't be playing in this match. So this is a game whereby I'm going with another draw, 2-2 draw. The last match on Sunday, guys, will be the biggest match of the weekend. Arsenal facing Liverpool. Yes, Arsenal will be welcoming Liverpool at the Emirates, guys. The last time these two teams, guys, met, Liverpool don't want to remember that time. The match was played at the Emirates, guys. The match ended 3 goals to 1. Yes, 3-1. But that 1 goal for Liverpool was not scored by a Liverpool player. It was an own goal from Gabriel Megales. The 3 goals for Arsenal were scored by Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, and of course yours truly, Leonardo Trossard. So as the two teams are going to meet, remember the last 3 meetings, the immediate meeting I've told you Arsenal won by 3-1. The other one they drew 1-1. The last one they drew 2-2. So this is a very interesting fixture, guys, when you look at it. Overall, Liverpool has the highest number of wins against Arsenal. They have 25 wins, and Arsenal has 18 wins. Overall, they have played 64 matches with 21 draws. Of course, Liverpool has most home wins as compared to Arsenal. So this is a match whereby I feel like it's gonna be a tough one, considering that Arsenal will be missing their centre back Saliba. Also, there's some news that Diogo Jota might not be playing in this game for Liverpool. So, but absence of Diogo Jota means that, of course, Curtis Jones or Luis Diaz will step up in the first squad and make this thing happen. Mohamed Salah is back, and he's back with a bang, and he's actually doing well. So he scored in the match against Chelsea. So the big question is, will he be playing in this match, and will he score in this game? Arsenal are also fearing to miss the services of Bukayo Saka, who also has an injury. So I'm not sure whether he will recover in time to face Liverpool. So that will be a big blow for Arsenal as they're going to face Liverpool. But overall, I feel like it's going to be an interesting game to play, because it will be the number 1 versus number 3. Arsenal needs to win this match if they want to close the gap on top of the league. On the other hand, Liverpool needs to continue with the stretch on top of the table by winning this game, which makes this fixture to be a very crazy and a very interesting fixture. For me in this match, guys, I will go with a 1-0 win for Arsenal. Yes, did I say 1-0? No, this is a game which has goals. So it's going to be a 3-2 win for Arsenal. But anything is possible, including a draw, guys. So yes, that means that we come to the end of match week 9 in the English Premier League, guys. So yes, that's it. But on other news, guys, in the La Liga, we will be having a big game. We will be having a Clasico, Real Madrid versus Barcelona, guys. So we saw what Barcelona did to Bayern Munich in the Champions League. They were scoring goals left, right, and center, guys. So that match ended by 4-1, where Rafinha scored a hat-trick in that match, and it was a crazy one. Lewandowski, I believe he was also on the score sheet. Harry Kane scored the solitary goal for Bayern Munich. So as they are going to face Real Madrid, a team which also in the Champions League, their match ended in a 3-2. They were playing against Dortmund. So this is going to be a crazy fixture, and it's going to be a good game for all of us to watch. So the last time the two teams met in the El Clasico, I think Barcelona ran away with it. This time round also, as they are going to meet, guys, I feel like it's not going to be an easy one, guys. So on this, I feel like the team that is more prepared, more ready, more energized, and the one who might win this one, I'm gonna give Barcelona this time round to still win the El Clasico by 2-1. Yes. So thank you guys for staying tuned on the Gatekeepers TV. That brings us to the end of the match weeks. So see you next time as we meet here on the show. So until next time, guys, I'm out. Remember to subscribe and share our